Hi Scorpio, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this video, most definitely meant for you. And I do want to take this moment to thank you genuinely for joining me, but I also want to remind you to go ahead and like this video. Do leave me a comment down below about how it resonates about your situation, whatever you're willing to share. And if you could share the video as well, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And when subscribing, don't forget to hit that little notification bell, okay? And more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, the message that came through was, well, things just feel brighter. Well, things just feel brighter. So let's get started. Alrighty, we're gonna begin and do some shuffling and pull from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. Hold on, I need a sip of my hot coffee. Thank you for your patience. While I do a little bit of shuffling, keep in mind general reading for the sign of Scorpio, timeless read, like I said. Whatever placements it ends up being for you within your chart, whether it's one or multiple, all of which apply. And what was I going to say as well? Oh, if you're here to hear about a Scorpio in your life, you are more than welcome to join. Also, everybody is welcome as I struggle to think. And I'm accepting requests for personal readings at this time. So all you gotta do is go down below to the description box and you will see the options, pricing, and the email which you'll use to reach out, and I'll get that started for you, okay? For our lovely Scorpios, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for Scorpio. And as you can see, we take flyer or jumper cards on this channel, and when guided to the bottom or top of the deck. What else we have for Scorpio? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. And what else do we have? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. We're actually going to go with all of which. I thought this was going to be a shorter, smaller spread, but we're going to just go with what came out. Okay. So we're beginning the spread with the Lovers. Feeling bright, feeling connected, feeling as if certain individuals around you just simply get you, or it's easier to bond with certain people these days. Why is it that you get me? Why is it that I felt misunderstood and then now I don't? Why is it that certain individuals, certain energies that you wrap yourself up with leave you feeling a lot brighter, a lot happier, and then now you're really noticing when certain other energies leave you the complete opposite, kind of stripping away that happiness and joy, or that ultra bright feeling? A focus on connections these days, more so guided by you, not so much by the universe and spirit. You feeling as if you need to look out for those you care most about, or simply feel the need to uplift others, right? But a need to be careful and tread carefully when it comes to your energy. You know, at times having great intentions, trying to uplift certain people who are maybe a negative Nancy or energy vampires, and sucking kind of that brightness from within you and leaving you a bit depleted. So just tread carefully. And I'm hearing people love your energy at this time. People, remember, this can be the past, present, or future, given it's timeless. But I'm just getting the vibe that people are just loving Scorpio's vibe, their energy. They're kind of vibrating on a different level these days. Let's shift these down. Feeling as if, as well, things don't happen exactly when they're meant to, or they do, but they don't happen exactly when you thought they should have, or when they normally would have in the past, but they get done either way. And you kind of feel a little bit out of sorts when it comes to checking things off your to-do list, feeling as if, again, it's not happening in the proper order, but you get it done. Interesting. 7 of Pentacles. To-dos, feeling like a busy bee, getting things done. I'm hearing chopping things off the to-do list. Chop, 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 almost like a Queen of Swords. You know, kind of taking what we were speaking upon with the energies and, you know, stepping into that. I got a lot going on. I got to accomplish a lot as well. So you're going to need to figure out if you're going to be a positive part of my life, right? Are you adding to the success, the progress I'm making as I head towards the completion of a lot of goals, as I add more goals onto my plate? So are you going to help or are you going to hinder me along the way? You sort of feeling kind of like this buckle down energy, like I got to focus while sort of reassessing this and that, and just feeling the need to take a step back and focus on you or focus on your own work. You're figuring out that life is about a balance of the areas of your life, or sort of trying to regain that sense of balance within your life in general, you know, between your relationships, your connections, your work life, your finances, your home life, you know, fun and work, and you get the point. Feeling as if there's just a lot happening in your mind as you sort of try to focus and zone in on one thing at a time, but it feels impossible as you simply do a million things at once, feeling like a bit of a multitasker. But all the meanwhile, still feeling pretty damn bright. And even when things feel a bit gloomy or energies bring you down that you find yourself wrapped up in, you find certain small ways to bring yourself right back up, or it just like feels like an effortless kind of rise of your vibe, I feel the need to say. It didn't sound very right. As your vibe just kind of floats right back up to where it was before. Interesting. I'm getting a very, being drawn to the tropical trees here in both images. Some of you are planning a vacation, even if it's not just somewhere tropical, or are thoroughly thinking about how you need a break from your day-to-day life. And we're moving on to the Ace of Swords in reverse. Something can't end just yet. Why can't this just be put to rest once and for all so I can move on to bigger and better things, or something just healthier? When it's right, it's right. When it's time, it's time. Feeling like you want to accept destined time and you want to accept that things will happen when they're meant to, which is obviously not right this second, but just feeling like the sense of impatience coming over you. You wanting to like kind of fast track towards that big change, or maybe a few different small changes. Some of you, a couple of different big changes in your life, wanting to see things just kind of switch up in a positive way, but feeling as if you're in an in-between stage, or going through what feels like a stepping stone kind of stage as you plan things out, wrap up a few loose ends, or simply just do what you have to do until you get to where you want to be. You'll get there. Have patience, breathe, deep breath in, and allow yourself to breathe out all that negative energy that you might be absorbing from those around you, or from just the situations you're wrapped up in at this time, some of which might be what you're trying to leave behind and move on from. Next time will be better is what I'm hearing now. A feeling that a lot of you are kind of replacing or looking to replace a situation with something sort of similar, but kind of different at the same time. And you thinking, I didn't go about it, if it was in the past or whether it's currently, in the way that I should have, and didn't see exactly the results you had envisioned. And being like, you know what, I've learned, I've grown from this experience, and next time around, when I get the opportunity to turn this in the upright position, I'm doing it differently. I'm doing it right. The Spirit's saying that's the right attitude. Learn and grow from it and make it happen next time. Manifest the results you want to see. Knight of Swords. Feeling as if the motivation for you comes easily. You know, you wake up, you're like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Or you simply wake up in a slower mood, but then eventually you kind of exit that turtle state of being, if you will. And once you get your coffee in your system, whatever the case may be, your mind starts rolling. You start to feel as if you have to accomplish everything on your plate all at once. And Spirit's trying to communicate with you in small ways to zone in on one thing at a time, or two things at most, you know? Try not to overcomplicate everything, feeling like you won't sort of be able to if you think about the amount of energy and resources you have to give to whatever you're working on or trying to accomplish in that moment, if you're kind of dividing it into, you know, chunks as you focus on a million different things, not everything's getting your true attention, your true energy, your true focus at that time. Wanting to complete things in a quality way, excuse me, or simply wanting certain people to feel as if you are giving them all of you in that moment. Kind of trying to put yourself in other people's shoes as well, understanding that it would make you would feel a little less special if someone did that to you, feeling as if you're one of many. Let the progress of things inspire you as you continue to do what you have to do, take action, feel as if you are learning and growing and utilizing all the wisdom you gained from your past experiences, the good and the bad, the ups, the downs, and teaching other people, for some of you, along the way, how to do it right. Being like, learn from what I've done, you know, and what I've done wrong, what I've done right. Come with me, I'll show you the way. Feeling a bit of a leader within you emerge. And we're moving on to the Magician. I just heard something for that card that I'm not saying. As we begin the second half of the spread, you can manifest all you desire. Have you thought about your mindset recently? When you're in this bright state of being, this optimistic way of being, when you are viewing things as possible, you are an unstoppable force. You're an inspiration to yourself and those around you. And it's kind of why it feels almost effortless to help people out, to be a leader in your own individual way. And it's, you know, you kind of feeling inclined to sort of help people once again in whatever possible way you can, even if it's small. And Spirit saying, even when you don't think you are, you're helping people or you're inspiring them. And at times you were inspiring people in a negative way in the past. And so you have no idea how proud your spirit guides are, your ancestors are, looking in and seeing how you are inspiring those around you in a positive way now, to accomplish all their dreams, to see that everything's possible, anything's possible, basically, as things progress. Feeling like your mind is racing a million miles per hour, and that's going to be your best tool at this time. So slow it down a little bit. Be strategic as to what you manifest, realizing that the world is your oyster to a certain extent. Being aligned with the Lovers, being aligned with just the Lovers, I'm hearing. A lot of you zoning in and deciding you're going to manifest a new connection for yourself, whether it's love or manifesting new friendships, new acquaintances, just feeling like you have been treated wrong in the past in one way, shape, or form, or simply don't feel like you fit in with those you are surrounded with a lot of the times. And now you kind of have a better grasp on who you are meant to be surrounded with. You know, a lot of people up until this point that you've been dealing with have taught you who you want to be in this lifetime and kind of who you don't want to be, right? And feeling quite inspired by what feels like one or two main people in your life, whether that's a positive or a negative inspiration. Allowing for yourself to take this wisdom that you've gained about energies and who's good for you, and just allow for yourself to make some smart choices when you encounter new energies moving forward. Some of you actually will, moving forward, meet some new people who you will end up traveling with. How fun. And we're moving on to the Two of Swords. Your guard is up at times. You feel as if, once again, your energy is right, or it's much better these days, or things are starting to work out, and you feel a bit on guard, feeling like certain people and situations could alter that in a negative way, even if you can sort of bounce back pretty damn quickly. But on another level, this card's coming through as you feeling sort of defensive at times. People sort of, without meaning to or meaning to, say something insulting about you or what you've done or your past choices, or some of you defending a state or a place where you've lived once upon a time, even if it didn't pan out exactly how you wanted it to. It just feeling like people sort of know how to push your buttons, or saying things from time to time that leave you feeling quite on guard or defensive. and you're just a little snappy about it. So something to be aware of, just to take a hot second as your mind races and think about how you're reacting. Should you be reacting? The answer is probably no. Allow yourself to put your guard down and be open and vulnerable. Allow for people to experience the new, brighter version of you, even if at times it feels a little bit risky to do just that. Being aligned with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Bear with me. A lot of you feel quite defensive when it comes to certain choices you made in the past when it comes to your work, as well as ones you plan to make moving forward, or within your work environment, or pertaining to certain goals, even if they're not work related, that you have in place or plan to accomplish moving forward. And it's like people trying to kind of seep in and tell you this or that, or make you feel a certain way about all of which or some of which. And it's like, I got a better grasp on things these days. You know, you can see I'm doing pretty well, or I'm doing a lot better. My energy is speaking for itself, you know, or certain levels of progress you're making for some of you is speaking for itself as well. So if you could take a step back and stop being so judgmental and allow me to keep making the progress I am trying to make, some of the changes I'm trying to implement, and just having an immense amount of patience with yourself and others as things progress and change. Again, feeling as if you're in a bit of an in-between stage, and certain energies just continue to rub you the wrong way. And we're moving on to the last and final card. They're saying before we move on, the imagery here, you might feel a bit confused about something, a little bit perplexed. You might feel as if you have been easily making decisions, or things have been coming to you a lot easier recently, and then one option or decision comes to you, or you have to make a decision, excuse me, and it leaves you a bit flustered, leaves you a bit on edge, or you just are like, I don't know what to do, you know, or you overhear something, or something occurs in your environment or with somebody you have in your life, and it just leaves you kind of confused, and you're just like, I really don't know what to make of this. And Spirit's saying, trust your intuition, look within for the answers, or look to your team of guides. You will figure out how to proceed. The last and final card, we have the Eight of Wands. Messages flow in. Spirit says all about messages. You feeling as if, I think it's also about your mindset kind of racing, but messages coming in from Spirit and the universe to confirm you're on the right path, to confirm, to remind you that what you're working on is part of your path. It's, even if it doesn't feel like all of it, you know, if it doesn't feel like the end goal or the end job, the end relationship, you're doing what you need to do at this time, or you're making the right choices in one way, shape, or form. We're feeling quite distracted in that moment. I don't know if you could tell in the way I was explaining the card. You feeling as if while your mind's racing, while messages are flowing in through in interesting ways, and through social media, through animals, through other individuals and energies in your life, I'm feeling like for some of you, when you look up into the sky, you'll get a message. But either way, you'll find that you're distracted by these messages, or just in general, as all of which is happening. I need to meditate, or to ground yourself in your own effective way, as things just feel quite fast-paced, quite... there's a potential you could burn yourself out in the process of trying to accomplish all you need to at this time. So just to be realistic, and again, to balance things out, ground yourself, and just move forward and tread carefully, I feel I need to say as well. But being aligned with the Knight of Swords, making sure that as you're taking action, as you're making certain changes, as you're doing what's right for you on a multitude of levels, allow yourself to feel beyond happy and proud of yourself, as things just feel 10 times brighter. So with that said and done, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't you dare forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. I am wishing you nothing but the best, sending you love and light at this time. And I hope you have an amazing day, week, and month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Scorpio.